quarterfinal Saturday, the Spartans and the Houston Aeros here. World Invite in Chicago as the puck drops. And the Spartans will control it with Max Manley. Working it up to Oliver Gherkin. Gherkin will chip it down towards the Aero zone. Houston Aeros 3-0 so far in this tournament. The Spartans come in with a record of 2-1, the 7th seeded Tri-State Spartans. The Aeros seeded second here in the quarterfinals. As we are underway from Canlan Sports Rink in West Dundee, Illinois, again for the second time today. Spartans falling to the Falcons earlier this afternoon, 4-1. A couple of wins yesterday over Boulder and the Capitals Hockey Academy. And the Aeros had lost 4 straight and 5 of 6 coming into this tournament, but they've won 3 in a row over Honey Baked, St. Jude Knights, and the California Gold Rush. And they are seeded second. As we are underway here in period number 1. Jace Trella has it to the point. Shot towards the net. That one never made it through. Dorsey trying to get the rebound. Sweep it towards the net. Bad save there made by Cordsman. For the Aeros. Yakin will bring it across for the Aeros. Miller trying to chase him down right in front. Bad save there by Colton Cavender. Scoops gets the nod here in the quarterfinal matchup for the Spartans. Mason George will take it across the blue line. Here he comes. Mace entering the zone. Shot towards the net. And a pad save there by Cordsman. Mason here to the near side. Off to Bennett Suda. Suda, Sheely cutting down the slot, was calling for it. Sudsy will peel back on the far wall as he drops to the ground, battling for it. Puck in the far corner, and it's swept here to the near side as George will give chase. And the Aeros will bring it out of their own zone. And back comes Barker. Stopped there briefly by Parker Bobe, and Mason George will take it for the Spartans. Here comes Mason. Enters the Aero zone. Has some speed. Shot towards the net. And a save there made by Korsman. His pitcher will pinch in, trying to keep it in the zone. He does. The Aeros looking to break it out here. Early on, period number 1, 11:50 to go. Look out, breakaway. Here comes Eric. All alone, in on. Shot, score. Gets sprung on the breakaway. He buries it past Cavender. And the Aeros take an early 1-0 lead. Weston English will take it here for the Spartans. On the near side, as Frenchie enters the Aero zone. Here in the near corner. Throwing the brakes, looking up here to Bobe. Bobe back to English. English behind the cage. Johnston will hassle him as they battle for it in the far corner. And the Aeros bang it off the far boards. Couldn't get it out though. Vatterott able to keep it in. And now the Aeros will look to break it out, and here they come. Dumped into the Spartan zone. Manley will retreat. In the near corner. Bobe will battle for it. Aeros trying to get back up to the point, but stolen away by Parker Bobe. And here comes Bobe. Bobe gets around the defender, cuts inside, shot towards the net. Save there by Cordsman. Will lean in on the draw as Kendall able to win it, takes it himself, couldn't get a shot away though as his pocket was picked, and the lead pass up ahead for the Aeros. Yakin will bring it across, and is in the inner corner of the Spartan zone, pinned up there by Amos, trying to spin it towards the front. Good job there by Trella to seal his man off. And the pitcher will battle for it. The puck is back up to the blue line, shot towards the net. That went well high of Cavender. Aeros will maintain control. Now Gherkin bringing across for the Spartans. Here comes Ollie Gherkin. Has Dorsey with him. Gets it to Dorsey. Shot towards the net. That one just rolled on him at the end, high and wide. Dorsey had that ticketed for the top corner. Couldn't get it to go. Trella back off to Anitz. Anitz will find Dorsey right in the slot. Turnaround shot, that one wide. The Aeros will regain control. Dorsey steals it away from his man. Trying to get a shot off, couldn't do it. Anitz will poke it free. And now Barker will take it across for the Aeros as he enters the Spartan zone on the far side. Shovel it towards the middle of the ice. Broken up there by Pitcher. Gloved down by Dorsey. Dorsey will get it up to Mason George. Here comes Mace. As Eric poke checked it away from him. Puck will roll towards center red, and Miller will take it. Millsy will chip it ahead. George will go in on it. Miller there with him. The Aeros will take it away. Break it out of their zone. Arlock stolen away there by Mason George. George will pull on the brakes. Throws it towards the net. Nobody there for a rebound. And Suda will get it. Suda back up to Sheely. Sam will get it back deep. Now behind the cage to George. Trying to stick lift. Stolen away from him. Harlock will take it here on the near side. He'll sweep it out. And back come the Aeros. That's Eric, the goal scorer for the Houston Aeros with 9 minutes to go here. Period number 1. Threw it in front. Nobody home. Suda will take a pass, lead pass ahead to Mason George. Here comes George, enters the zone. Shot partially deflected. Rolled into the net. Good save there by Cordsman. Back come the Aeros. Orlock able to get around Vatterott, sweeps it towards the net. Picked off by Parker Bobe, and Bobe will chip it out. Parker will right in front of the Aeros bench as Aldridge Yakin back up towards the Spartans. Ran down the horse. Blue. Chase him down. Wheels there by number 10 for the Aeros. It's Blue. As it's stolen away by Parker Bobe. Bobe, his pass was deflected, intercepted. Bobe will take it back. Has a head of steam across the blue line. Here comes Bobe. Shot is deflected. That one goes well high. And Weston English will have it here in the near corner for the Spartans. Under 8 to play. Period number 1. Final matchup between the Spartans and the Houston Aeros. Roll back in front of the Spartan bench, back into their zone as Manley will retreat, banks it off the boards here to the near side, trying for English, too far for Frenchie. Aeros will bring it back as Johnson lost the puck, stolen away by Kendall Anitz. K-Dubs swept towards the Spartan bench on the far side. Trello will retreat, and gets it off to Anitz. K-Dubs has plenty of time. Here he comes. Anitz will enter the Aeros zone. Trying to throw it towards the net. Had Gherkin going there. Couldn't find him. Puck will come back out towards the Spartan zone. Manley has to hustle back. Look out. 2-on-1 here. Shot off the pad. Rebound. That one goes just wide. Purposeful shot right off the pad there. Looking for the rebound. By Cavender to get his pad out there. Rebound attempt went wide. Aeros look to move it back towards the goal. Taken here by Oliver Gherkin. Off to Dorsey. Here comes Dorsey. Enters the Aeros zone. Just a little bit of speed with Dorsey. Turnaround shot. That one sticked aside as Gherkin will retrieve it behind the Aeros net. Gherkin wheels it on his backhand. Back to Anitz. Overskated the puck. Going around to the far side to Sheely. He had to go over his stick and look out. 2-on-1. Pitcher's the only one back. Aeros come back. They have numbers, unable to get a good shot away. And the Spartans will bring it back, and here comes Oliver Gherkin. Gherkin winds it up, leading goal scorer for the Spartans, looking for another one. Couldn't get it there. Stick save there by Cordsman. The Aeros will take it along, and here comes Yakin. Yakin lost it in his feet. Pass it off. Here comes over the near corner. Far side to Eric. Eric up there by Mason George. Puck will come right out front. Pitcher will get it ahead. And that's Dorsey. Dorsey across the blue line. Shoves it towards the net. It's a save there by Dorsey. 5:41 to play here in period number 1. Spartans trail it 1-0. Briefly by the Spartans, but Aeros look to get it out of their own zone as they battle right in front of their bench. Still in, and now they'll pop all the way back out. Braxton Vatterott will go back to retreat. Lewis native behind the net. Pass deflected off the stick. An Aeros player up into the netting. And we'll have a whistle. Eric and Miller on the draw. And that's taken there by Mason George. Here comes George. We'll gain the red line and just dump it in. Hard around here to the near side. Harlock will go and get it. Vatterott trying to keep it in. Couldn't do it. Eric will take it. Look out. Another 2-on-1 break. Eric trying to feather a pass over to Johnston. Couldn't connect on that. Puck will wind up in behind Kavanagh, trying to throw it back in front. And Mason George will come with the loose puck and lead pass ahead to Bennett Suda. Suda gain the red line and just dump it in. The Spartans will go off for a change. The Beauvais line will jump on here with 4:40 to play in period number 1. Manley on the near side, right at center ice. Gets it ahead to English. Here comes Frenchie. Frenchie trying to lay it off to Aldridge. Fanned on his shot. Played in the corner there. And back up to pitcher. He'll go D to D. Here to Manley. Max Manley will crank it up for the Spartans. It's down the middle. Shot was deflected. Went high of Cordsman. Now down below the goal line. Coming back out in front. Beauvais trying to get a shot away. That was partially deflected. Good wood on that one. And English will dig for it here on the near side. Trying to throw it to the front of the net. Back up to the point. Manley throws it towards the net. Looking for a deflection. Cordsman able to glove that one down. Draw. Kendo able to win it. Back to Manley. Manley trying to get it back to K-Dubs. Good will shovel it ahead. Here comes Good. Enters the Spartans zone. Rolled off his stick. Below the goal line. Shovels his man to the ground. Durkin will come get it here on the near side. 3:35 to play here in the first. Mills played over to his D partner. To get it out. Pass was deflected back into the Spartan zone. I'll come back up to neutral ice. And here comes Oliver Gherkin. Gherkin. Drew chasing him. Check that away, and Drew will take it. This pass a little too far for Johnston. And there by Manley. Will go across the ice to Dorsey. Right in front of the Aeros bench. Here comes Jace Dorsey. Dorsey. Snapshot to the net. Rebound! Gherkin couldn't get it to go. Puck was laying right out in front of the blue paints. And Gherkin couldn't slap it home. Holly will try to get it back here. Spartans applying pressure in the offensive zone. And Drew will take it. Now he's stripped of the puck by Dorsey. On his backhand, he'll just flip it back. Towards the Aeros end. Mills fanned on that attempt. Here's Gherkin. Gherkin trying to shovel it right in front. Nobody home. Mason George will take it. George trying to dip his shoulder. Goes it towards the far corner. Liam Miller will go retrieve. Back up to the point to Trella. Trella trying to shovel it towards the net. Come with the stick of Mason George. George trying to throw it back out in front. Miller trying to track it down, but the Aeros will clear. And here comes Barker. He stood up at the blue line. Whistle. And it's going to be offsides. Bassey on the face-off, controlled by the Spartans. Miller is able to win it to Mason George, trying to get it deep. Fanned the first attempt. Mason will now get it deep. The far corner as Miller gives chase. There was Suda. They try to dig it out. Puck will come free. Back up to the point. Chella hits his man. Look out. George trying to back check Yakin. 2-on-1 possibly. Pass never connected. Aeros still maintain control. They have it down below the goal line. 1:45 to play here in period number 1. Spartans trail it 1-0. And it's Suda. Says it was first goal earlier this weekend. Yesterday against the Capitals. So he'll sweep it in, but he didn't have the red line. That'll be icing. And the faceoff will come all the way back. face-off. Back to pitcher. Pitcher will wind it here to the near side to Vatterott. Trying to get it up to English. Pass too far for Frenchie. And Yaltho will retreat back into his own zone to throw it off the boards. And the Aeros will break it out. Here comes Eric, own goal scorer in this game so far. As Eric has it below the Spartan goal line. Back out to his teammate. Now here to the point to Bourne. Bourne. Get it back down. Parker Bobe will go and retrieve. Bobe maybe skate it out and get it up to English. We're under a minute to play here in period number 1. Silas Aldridge will bring it back into the Aeros zone. Lost the puck. Aeros steal it away. They'll get it back out to the center. Harlock will shovel it ahead. Pitcher will intercept. The Vatterott. He'll move it back up here to Parker Bobe. Trying to keep it in the zone. Couldn't do it. Harlock get around Vatterott there. Harlock trying to backhand it towards the middle of the ice. Nothing doing there. There's Eric. Shot in on net. Rebound right out in front. Turnaround shot. That one never made it through. Johnson couldn't get it to go. Banked off the boards. And Braxton Vatterott will skate it out with 13 seconds to go here in the first. One last rush possibly here for the Spartans. Vatterott shot in on net. Brax got his first the other day, yesterday, against the Capitals. 3, 2, 1. And that'll do it. 14 minutes in the books here, and the Spartans trail it 1-0. One period in the books, 2 to go. Canton Sports Rink, West Dundee, Illinois. The Houston Aeros out to a 1-0 lead over the Spartans. Zayance and Johnston will lead in on the draw, and it's controlled by the Spartans. Moving back towards their own zone. Jace Trella. Need to be passed there to Manley. He'll leave it up to Gherkin. Went off his stick. That's all he couldn't control, and it hit somebody on the Spartans bench, so they'll blow the whistle and redo the face-off there in the neutral zone.
Need a beer? No, I got it.
Spartans
Give me another one.
control it here in the Aero zone, looking for the equalizer early on here in period number 2. Come out in front and find Anitz and get him. And back come the Aeros. Here come Manley, good poke check there by Max. And Gherkin will work it up to Dorsey. Dorsey will just move it deep. Sportsman will play it. Defender. Come here to the near corner. St. George will go in after it for the Spartans, taken away with Miller. And the Aeros will break it out, and back they come. Here comes Gu, trying to get around Suga. As he enters the zone, sweep it here to the near side. Trella, back up to Tang. Tang will sweep it over to his D partner, had to go off the stick, and Miller trying to break away with it. Nosey gets it away, and here comes Miller. winds it up, slap shot. That one deflected wide. Near side to Suda. Bennett Suda will battle for it. Down in the corner. George comes to help. The Aeros will bring it out. And had his pass stolen away by Liam Miller. And here comes Millsy trying to get around a couple of defenders. Showing out here to the near side. As Kenish will bring it in. They're going to be offsides there. Draw, and Bassey's able to win it. Chang will dump it deep in towards the Spartan zone. Cavender just put his blocker on it and covered it up. Face off to the right, Spartan to Cavender. Face-off win for the Aeros as they look to control. Barker on the little goal line trying to center it out in front. Cavender able to get a glove on it. Bobe able to control that face off. Weston English will try to move it out for the Spartans. Trying to keep it in the Spartan zone. They're able to do so. Barker bumped off the puck there by Shield. He shovels it towards the net. Save there made again by Cavender. Puck will roll in here to the near corner. Battle along forward with pitcher. Passing stolen away by Aldridge. He'll bank it off the glass. Good job there by Side. All the way back towards the Aero zone. 3 minutes gone by here in period number 2. Spartans trailing it 1-0. Trying to tie this one up here in quarterfinal action. Chicago World Invite. Here comes Barker. One-on-one with Shealy. Gets around him. Barker shot through the net. And Cavender comes up huge. Big save there by Scoops. Shealy will battle for it. Puck will come here to the near corner to Parker Bobe. Bobe trying to skate it out of trouble. Aeros will steal it away. Bassey had to roll off his stick. Back to English in the neutral zone. Nowhere by Youngkin. Bassey on his backhand trying to get it deep. Come back up towards center red. And back come the Aeros. Ball trying to shovel it in. Back up towards the circles and stolen away there by Parker Bobe. Back comes Bobe in the head of steam. Get around the defender. They beat Chang, shovels it towards the front of the net. Glove there by Korsman. Controlled by the Spartans, and it's trying to feed it in front, looking for Gherkin. Come back up to the point to Manley. Manley will just dump it deep off to Kendall Anitz. K-Dubs trying to get it back up to Vaderod. Vaderod trying to get a shot towards the net. That was blocked halfway through, and the Aeros will bring it back, banging off the boards. Eric trying to chase it down. Connors trying to keep it in, couldn't do it. Listening for offside. Draw. Here comes Dorsey. Dorsey enters the Aero zone. And will pop back out to center ice. Anitz will get it across to Manley. Manley trying to find Dorsey. Missed him. And we'll see if they call icing on that play. So Dorsey had the red line. Aeros trying to get it out of their own zone on the far side. Anitz battling for it. And they're taken away there by Eric. He'll chip it off the wall. And he's dumped right there by Manley. And that's going to be a penalty on Max. Right from the Aeros bench. Coaches were calling for it, and it will be an interference penalty for Max Manley. Manley will take a seat. Just 2 penalties in the loss earlier this afternoon to the Falcons. Spartans did a good job of staying out of the box. Manley will take a seat. First penalty of the game here with 9:20 to play in period number 2. English and George out there, the forwards on the penalty kill. Trelling pitcher on defense. As English battling for it. Far corner, his pitcher will take it. Trying to get it out. English will battle along the far wall. Aeros content with keeping it in. There's Barker. Will circle around the cage, out in front, shot towards the net. Save there with the pad as Mason George will chip it ahead, and here comes Mace. Mace down as the Aeros will bring it back. And it's Barker. Here he comes, up ahead to Johnston. Johnston will wind it up, slap shot. Cavender got just enough of that. Rebound dropped right in front of him, and he was able to cover that up and get the whistle. On the draw, Kendall trying to win it to himself. He gets it over to Gherkin, and Gherkin skated out of danger. Here comes Oliver Gherkin. Short-handed. Gherkin gets around a man. Here he comes. Shot in. And a save made there by Kordsman. Gherkin had a pretty good step. Got around the defender, had a pretty good look. Kordsman able to shut that down. Gherkin short-handed there. Won by the Aeros. They will chip it out. Look out. They may have a 2-on-1 coming back. Barker has Johnston with him. Barker trying to come down. Runs into a big rig puck. Dancing around right in front of the blue paint. And taken away there by the Spartans. They dodge a bullet. Anitz lead pass up ahead to Gherkin. Gherkin has Anitz going to the net. Shot by Ollie. And swallowed up there by Kordsman. So the Spartans better of the opportunities here for sure on the Aero power play. Seconds left on the minor to Max Manley for interference. Suda shot towards the net. That one deflected wide by the glove of Kordsman. Up here to the near point to Vatterott. Rax trying to keep it in. Able to do so. Back down in behind the net. Miller will give chase. Penalty is over. George will jump on. Vatterott trying to shovel it towards the net. Couldn't get it there. And now Barker back with Johnston. Here comes Johnston. Trelling. Coming back. Good back check there by Bennett Suda. And here comes Sudsy. Sudsy has Miller with him. He'll carry it in himself. Bennett Suda in the near corner. Will pull up. Looking for some help. They'll dig for it. Long in the corner. 7:20 to go here, period number 2. 1-0 is still our score. As the puck will come out to Goo, and here comes Goo. 1-on-1 with Vatterott. George trying to back check. Goo trying to get around Vatterott. Shot towards the net. Just looking for the stick of Johnston there and evaded him, and Miller will take it. And here comes Miller. Mills it. Chip it around his defender. Going in the near corner, looking out front. Couldn't find the stick of Mason George. Goo will take it in the corner with Aldridge. Battling him. Puck will come back out into the neutral zone. Sam Sheely. Westfield, Indiana native, will take it. Or the Spartans over the pitcher and back up to Parker Bobe. Here comes Bobe. Bobe shot towards the net. Kordsman got a shoulder on that. Not enough to deflect it high. It's a sneaky shot there by Bobe. Score the overtime winner last week at Notre Dame. Shot similar to that. Offsides here with 6:20 to play in period number 2. it by the Spartans. His pitcher on his backhand will wheel it out here to center ice to Silas Aldridge. He's battling for it. Puck will come back to Matthew Pitcher. Pitcher can get it up to English. Frenchie can chase the puck down. Back up to the point. Shealy steps in. Get it in. A little deeper. Couldn't do it. Look out. Back come the Aeros. They have some numbers. 3-on-1. Pitcher's the only man back. Barker. Good poke check there by Pitch. Taken away. Shot there by Bourne. And a save by Colton Cabot. 5:48 to play here, period number 2. Lean in on the draw, and Anitz will win it. Back to Manley. Manley back up to the point. Couldn't get it out of the zone. Stick save there by Cavender. Shot rolled in on him. We'll throw it towards the net. That one deflected off Manley. I wasn't sure where that one was. Aeros applying pressure in the offensive zone here. Anitz trying to get it out. Trying to tie up his man. Young with the shot. So that was passy. That's a shot swallowed up there by Colton Cavender. And he'll be happy to take the whistle. Able to win the draw again. It's Kate Upson. Bank it off the wall. Trying to get it out. Dorsey will take it. Dorsey with Eric hounding him. Eric stole it away. Scored earlier with the Houston Aeros. In period number 1. 5 minutes to play here in the second frame. Still a 1-0 game as Manley will retreat behind his goal. Trella. Trella will bank it up here in the near wall as Chang will keep it in for the Aeros. Eric right in front, tried a one-timer there. That puck was rolling on him. Couldn't get any wood on that one. Shot right in front, stolen. Save there made by Cavender. Swept out by the Spartans. Go all the way back towards the Aeros goal. Chang will work it up, trying to find Eric. Stolen away there by Anitz. Anitz had his pocket picked by Connors. And the puck will roll all the way back in. And Connors will have it here on the near side. Aeros will go in retreat. Connors trying to get around him. Puck will get deep into the Spartan zone. Sam Shealy will take it. Sammy moves it up to Mason George, and here comes George down the near side. Trying to get around Chang. On the shoulder, throws on the brakes. Looking for some help. George in the near corner. Throws it towards the front of the net. That one deflected off the goalie. On the far side. We'll move it up. And it's Kennison. Poke checked away. Johnson. Kennison. Stolen away there by Mason George, and he gets it off to Liam Miller. Here comes Mills. Mills crosses the blue line. Floats it towards the far corner. And the near side. George will go and retrieve. Puck go over his stick, and the Aeros will bring it back. Here comes Johnston. Johnson across the Spartan line. Off to Kennish. Kennish. To Johnson. Throws it towards the middle. Stolen away there by Mason George, and here comes Mace. 71 in black, crosses the blue line, winds it up. Stick aside here to the near corner. And the Aeros will move it out. And that's going to be too far. It'll be an ice with 3:07 to play in period number 2. Lean in on the face-off. Parker wins it back to Manley. Manley just spins it towards the net. Off to English. Throws it in front, looking for Bobe. Sticks bouncing around in front. Bobe trying to get a shot off. That one goes just wide. The Aeros trying to clear it out of harm's way here as we're under 3 to play. Kept in the zone, though, by Max Manley. And now swept out by the Aeros. It'll go all the way back, and that'll be an ice. for the Aeros, and back they come. Center red, it's around Manley. Massey, has a man cut to the net. That's Barker. Couldn't feed it to him. Massey will feed it into Yacht. Shot goes wide here to the near side. Dropping right back out in front. Shot in on Cavender. Pad save there for Colton. Massey again grinding back behind the Spartan goal. Taken away there by Parker Bobay. Bobay's clearing attempt. Hit a man. Comes over here to the near side to Aldridge. Sia will able to poke it back towards neutral ice. Trying to get it back towards Aldridge. Trying to wind it back in. Puck bouncing around in the neutral zone, and Barker will finally bring it away for the Aeros. Here he comes. Got it poke checked away. Dropped there by Weston English. The Aeros will throw it back in, but he also the puck in for the Aeros. The offsides with 1:34 here in period number 2. Spartans still looking for that equalizer. Eric scored 2 minutes and 17 seconds into this game, and that's the lone tally so far. 1-0. The Aeros lead as Dorsey takes it away from Eric. Here comes Jace Dorsey. Leading goal scorer on the Spartans. Chase has 10 on the year. Hit his 10th earlier today. Lost against the Falcons. Here comes Eric across the blue line. The puck will come back out to center red. And Chang will wind it back in deep. Well, right to the side. Colton Cavender. Right up against the goalpost. There, I'm sure that Colton knew where that was. He escaped into the post. He will blow it dead. It's off again, won by the Spartans. Trella trying to stretch past to Gherkin. Referee in the way there as Dorsey will take it. Here comes Jace Dorsey trying to work on Chang. Spin around from him. Can't do it. Puck rolls into the far corner. 43 seconds to go here in period number 2. Gherkin taking along in the far corner with it. Dorsey will come in and help, and it's there as well. Dorsey walks it off the wall right in the slot. Had the puck roll off his slip. Trella with the shot towards the net. That one deflected. Pass in front. On the backhand is Annis digging away for it in front. The whistle blows. The puck was loose. The Spartans unable to push it across. .7 here in period number 2 as Bobay and Johnston lean in on the draw. Tied up right at the circle as Johnston will come away with the puck. He looks to get it here to the near side. Vatterott trying to pinch in, keep it in with 10 seconds to go. Spartans looking for one last opportunity here in period number 2. George battling in the far corner as the Aeros take it away with 3, with 2, with 1. And that'll do it for period number 2. 14 minutes to play, and the Spartans trail it 1-0. minutes in the books, 14 to go here from Canlan Sports Rink in West Dundee, Illinois. The Spartans and the Aeros. Aeros lead at 1-0. Early first period goal for the Aeros. The lone tally in this game so far as the Spartans look for the equalizer here as we begin period number 3. Quarterfinal action of the Chicago World Invite. Behind the Spartans net as Manley will wrap it off the boards. Taken there by Dorsey as a player fell down for the Aeros. Possible 2-on-1. Dorsey trying to feed Gherkin. Couldn't get it to him, and Goo will steal it away for the Aeros. Move it back up towards center red. Anitz will take it there. Kendall will wheel back towards his own zone. And trying to find Dorsey. Stealing away there by Goo. Pitcher will wind it up for the Spartans. Here comes Matthew Pitcher. Pitch. Around a couple of defenders. To go coast to coast. He's dumped to the ice. And the Aeros will wind it back towards the Spartan zone. It'll be far enough for icing as Parker Bobe will go back to retrieve for the Spartans. And Parker blows a tire. Parker will try to steal it away. Bobe will move it up towards Matthew Pitcher. Pitch trying to enter the zone. Here he comes. Stolen away there by Yalto. Yalto's pass off Miller. Miller trying to get it to Bobe. A couple of centers out there. Different line combination here for the Spartans with Bobe, George, and Miller. Here's Mason George. Winds it up. Fires it high over the crossbar. Got a lot of wood on that one. Deflected high though as they battle for it. Miller and George here in the near corner. And the Aeros will come out with it. And back comes Yakin. Attacked there by Bobe, trying to take it away. Bobe does punch it towards the far wall as Miller goes in after it. Millsy will flip it up and gets it ahead to Mason George. Here comes George at the end of the shift. Fanned on that attempt to try to get it deep. Flips a stick out of the defender's hand. They pin it up against the wall. And they continue to battle for it as Mason George will take it. It off the wall. Mace down below the goal line. Spins it towards the front of the net. Nobody there. Anitz will chase it down here on the near side. Anitz and Gherkin battling forward along the wall. Yakin will walk out with it and gets it back towards center red over to Jace Trella. Big ring. Finds Gherkin. Here comes Ollie Gherkin. Gherkin lost the puck. In front over the circles there and it's stealing away. And here comes Eric. He'll bring it back for the Aeros. Eric near corner. He'll wind it back in on the backhand. 2 minutes gone by. 3 minutes gone by here. 3. Eric will take it. Johnson shot towards the net. That one goes wide. Cavender. And taken away by Oliver Gherkin. Here comes Gherkin. Ahead of steam. Has Dorsey with him. Cuts towards the middle. Trying to go towards the net. Rolled off his stick. Dorsey will take it. That's it behind the net. Working on Chang. Chang without a stick. Now will pick it up in front of the net. Back up top the pitcher. Pitch. Shot towards the net. That one goes wide. Wrap around in front by Gherkin. And nobody home in a black jersey. The Aeros will skate it out. As Anitz dumps his man right into the boards. And Kendall is going to take a seat. Second penalty for the Spartans. They've killed off the first one. They'll have to kill off this one. And it'll be a big one. Anitz will sit for the rough. 10:21 to play here in period number 3. English and George, forwards up front with Shealy and Matthew Pitcher, who has the puck for the Spartans. Banging off the boards over to the near side. They couldn't get it out though. Passing. Joe will wind it back in for the Aeros. Johnston right over to Barker. Barker back to Johnston in the far corner. Right center, back out in front. Good stick there by Pitch. Tie up his man as they look to shovel it towards the net. Johnston on his backhand will wind it back to Bassett. Bassett over to Barker. Barker behind Cavender. Trying to get it back out in front. Puck ricocheted out in front. Loose puck. Swept out there by pitcher. And get it back out to the point. Well, good looks for the Aeros on this power play. Spartans trying to kill it off. And Cavender able to cover it up. 9:25 to go here in the third. Face-off controlled by the Aeros. Back to Bourne to the point. Throw it over to Chang. Chang shovel it towards the net. That one hit Trello. This attempted shot goes wide. Get it back up top to Bourne. Bourne shot towards the net. Deflected. Left wide to Cavender. Rebound attempt on the side. And ends up behind the goal. And Manley will bring it out. And Max will shoot it all the way in. And that will be an ice.
Let's go, Aeros! Keep it up, boys! Keep it up! Woo!
7 seconds left on the Annett's penalty as the face-off taken by the Spartans. And that's Oliver Gherkin. Gherkin in front of his own bench. Penalty has expired as Annett's will jump out of the box. And we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. 43 on the turning third period clock. Lead pass up ahead to Oliver Gherkin. Here comes Gherk. All by himself, trying to get around a defender. As the puck rolled in on net. Cordsman will just cover up. Face-off controlled there by the Aeros, and here comes Goo. Had to roll off his sticks, thrown away there by Jace Dorsey. Dorsey off his backhand. Vatterott will move it here to the near side to Oliver Gherkin. Good, trying to get it deep. Taken away there by pitcher. Off to Dorsey. Dorsey, pass ahead to Oliver Gherkin. Here comes Gherk. Has it on the stick. Trying to dance in between the dots. It's stolen away by Johnston. Back come the Aeros. He's going to move it deeper into the Spartan zone. Vatterott will go back to retrieve. Wine under 8 minutes to go. Collision there in the near corner. Back up top to Mills. Away there by Anitz. He had his pocket pick. It's passing. Goo in front. Shot towards the net. Never made it through. Puck bouncing around into the far corner. Miller will try to chase it down. Here comes Miller. Millsy trying to get a step. Couldn't do it as the Aeros move it back towards the Spartan zone. And Kenish will take it. Shot towards the net. That was deflected. Hit pitcher. And Bobe will take it. He'll scoop it back up to center ice and taken there by Mason George. Here comes Mace. Down the right side. Sealed off, taken into the wall, falls on his wallet. Miller tries to dig the puck away, come back by the Aeros, and back they come. It's Mills, shot towards the net. That never made it through the Cavender. George will take it again along the far boards. He gains the red line, dumps it in. Go off for a change as Bobe will chase it down in on the forecheck. Roll it around to Mills. Mills. Clearing attempt. Stopped there briefly by Suda. But back comes Barker and the Aeros. A good back check there by Sudsy. 6:40 to play here in the third. And Western English will take it for the Spartans. English will get it back into the Aero zone. Here comes Aaron. They'll wind it in. The far corner. Barker will give chase. Trella down there with him, trying to stand him up. English battling for it as well. Trella will bank it high off the glass. Come back up to the point. Shuffle towards the front of the net. Shot towards the net. Pad save there by Cavender. Far corner is Aldridge. Had to go by his stick, but English will get it up to Aldridge. Back to English. And now they do move it out of the zone. Now back in. Trella bangs it off the boards. Go far enough. Back to Bourne. retrieve for the Aeros. 5:35 to play here. Spartans still looking for that equalizer. They need a goal. They trail it 1-0. Sam Sheely will sweep it out here to the neutral zone off to Oliver Gherkin. Gherkin trying to dance around Chang, couldn't do it. And Chang will get it up across to Harlock. Stolen away there by Kendall Annitz. Annitz, pass ahead to Gherkin. Here comes Gherk. Across the blue line. Enters the Aero zone here in the near corner. Gherkin still with the puck. Looking for somewhere to go with it. Can't find anybody. Johnson ties him up. Chang will go in and help. Gherkin still working hard here on the near side. Come back out to the point. Manley will just throw it to open space all the way across the ice. Puck will be rimmed back around here to the near side. Harlock on his backhand, couldn't get it out. As Annitz and Gherkin will battle for it. Gherkin couldn't get a shot away. Puck will roll right in between the dots. Dorsey battling for it. Over 35 to go here in the third. Back out to the point to Vatterott. Vatterott's pass is intercepted, trying to find Manley. And Harlock will just backhand it in to the Spartan zone, and they'll have to clear. Dorsey trying to bang it off the wall, and he will get it deep. And the Spartans will go off for a change. So they get a couple of new players on. Here comes Goo. Goo. Pass intercepted there by Manley. Taking it center ice. Stolen away by Miller. This passing attempt chipped up into the bench. And we'll get the whistle. 4 minutes even to go here in period number 3. Bobe will take the draw out there with George and Liam Miller. Back to Trella. Trella to pitcher. Pitcher will work it up to Mason George. Here comes George trying to get it deep. Mills will give a chase. Bobe here in the near corner, going up against Goo. Bobe throw back out in front, trying to get it up to the point to Trella. It's well defended there by Kenish. Miller will keep it in momentarily. Kenish had to go off his stick back to center ice, and Trella will retreat. Bigwig will play it up on the far wall to Liam Miller. Miller taken there by Bobe. Bobe over to pitcher. Here comes Matthew Pitcher across the blue line. Shot towards the net. Saved there by Kordsman. Golfo will reverse course back to Mills. Trying to throw it on the far side to Connors. As he collides there with Parker Bobe. Miller digging forward as well. Bobe trying to come out with it. Off the big rig. Trella shot towards the net. Pad save there by Kordsman. Mason George has it in the near corner, trying to get it back to pitcher. He does. Puck jumped over his stick. They got to clear the zone. Mason George will wind it back up. He'll take it in. Here comes Mace. Mace gets around the defender. Shot towards the net off the side of the post. And Bobe will chase it down here on the near side. 2:35 to go here in period number 3. Pitcher. Pass intercepted there by Bassett. Bassett will bring it back. Here comes Bassett here in the near corner. Stood up there by pitcher, trying to get it in front of the net. And find his man. Vatterott stands him up. And Annitz will chase it down here in the near corner. Will roll behind the goal to Max Manley. Manley will bank it off the wall, trying to find Dorsey. Chipped up in the air. And Dorsey will take it in center red right in front of the Spartans bench. But now it's turned back by the Aeros. And here comes Bassett. Bassett shot towards the net. That one goes wide. Flutters here to the near corner. And Gherkin will dig for it along with Annitz. Now Manley in there to help out as well. 1:45 to play. Period number 3. Spartans desperately trying to tie this game here late in period number 3. Quarterfinal action on a Saturday. The winner will play at 8:40 tomorrow morning. The loser will play the consolation matchup at 10:40. Puck back in behind the Spartans net. We'll keep an eye on goaltender Colton Cavender. We'll see if they want to move him out of the net here with 1:15. They got to get possession and got to get it deep. Trella has it. Roll off his stick. As the Aeros look to center it out in front. Couldn't connect on that pass. Kinnish stolen away there by Gherkin. He'll get it ahead to Dorsey. Here comes Chase Dorsey. Dorsey and Gherkin, 2-on-2. Gherkin had it roll off his stick. As Harlock will bring it back up to center ice. Trella will move it back to pitcher as we're under a minute to go. 50 seconds to go here in the third. As Johnson intercepts that pass, he has it behind the net. Nothing else going to make it more difficult. Harlock right out in front. Puck roll off his stick, and here comes Gherkin. Gherkin will chip it ahead. He'll give chase. There goes Cavender. So empty net off to our right. Spartans get an extra man on. 6-on-5 as they look for the equalizer. 25 seconds to go here in the game. Johnson battling with Gherkin. Parker Bobe will dig it loose. Gets it off to Mason George. George shot towards the net. And swallowed up by Kordsman. And he'll get the whistle. We'll see if the Spartans use their timeout here. I believe that they probably will, as they look to dial something up. Coach Mack will signal for the timeout, and they will in fact use it with 17.5 seconds to go here in the third. Seconds to go here in the third. Empty net off to our right as the Spartans look to tie this game here late in period number 3. Annitz will take the draw out there with Miller, Bobe, Dorsey, Trella, and pitcher. And it's controlled by the Aeros, but Parker Bobe has it behind the goal line. Bobe battling there with Chang. As Barker will sweep it up towards the empty net. This one's going to go wide. And it'll be an ice with 4.4 seconds to go. Spartans likely with one last chance here. They've got to win the faceoff and get a quick shot on net. Faceoff will be to the right of Kordsman. Annitz will take the draw with Bassi. Annitz trying to win it. Tied up on the faceoff. 2-1 cleared. Spartans fall to the Houston Aeros by a score of 1-0. Well, an early first period goal, the difference in this one, as the Aeros win it 1-0. And the Spartans will play in a consolation match tomorrow morning. 1-0 our final.